Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and again we're still talking about Eurovision 2025 and it is the semi-final 2. So, I woke up again at 2:50 a.m. to watch the second semi-final of the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. So, let's take some opinions, and I'm gonna tell my thoughts and opinions about this. So, in this semi-final, we had countries that are oh my gosh, we have Australia and Montenegro. We also have Ireland, Latvia, Armenia, Austria, and one of the big five, UK. We have Greece, we have Lithuania, we have Malta, we have Georgia. One of the big five, France. We have Denmark, Czechia, Luxembourg, Israel. Another one of the big five, Germany, and then Serbia and Finland. So, I want to give my honest opinions about these performances, and I wanna just straight up be honest. So, I really liked the show and all. It was really worth the watch. Like I said, last year I didn't get to do this, but this year I'm doing it now. So let's start first with Australia. I'm really disappointed that they did not reach the grand final. I'm so disappointed. But I did get what I want though. But I'm still disappointed that Australia didn't get into the final. So their song is basically Milkshake Man by Gojo. And there was this part in the performance where he goes inside this blender, this big prop blender, then smoke comes inside and he changes clothes. I don't know how is that not impressive enough, but I really said wow to that performance. I really liked Australia's performance. I still don't get how they did not qualify. So up next is Montenegro with Dobrodošli by Nina. So this is like in the last video I said, this is the first time that Montenegro has come back from Eurovision ever since 2022. So Montenegro unfortunately did not qualify this year, and it is also the first time since 2013, I think, that former Yugoslav countries did not get into the grand final. But Nordic countries and Baltic countries already has a reunion in the grand final. So I'm gonna tell the qualifiers in the end for the grand final. Up next is Ireland, which has the song Like a Party, and it is sang by Emmy, and they are Norwegian. So they actually competed in the Norwegian national finals, but they did not win. So they went to Ireland in Ireland's national finals and they got picked there. So now the song is about this one Soviet dog who was sent to space, and then she eventually died there. So the song is kind of a tribute to the dog, a bizarre tribute. Up next is Latvia. Oh yeah, by the way, Ireland did not qualify, but last year's Ireland was just great. I really love last year's Ireland. I wish that they would send something like that again. There's a high chance that they would actually win if they keep sending those. Up next is Latvia with Burman Laimi by Tautumetas. So from what I know, it means chant for happiness, and they actually qualified. And I really like the song. While I was listening to it, my mind would get transported to a rainforest. Yeah, it's a really great song, and they're depicted as fairies, by the way. Up next is Armenia with Survivor by Park, and they got qualified as well. They're the only Caucasus country to be qualified this year. It's a great song, honestly. It sounds like a workout song, if I'm gonna be honest. Performance was great. There was a treadmill in the middle. Up next is Austria, Wasted Love by JJ. Yes, this is the Filipino one. And I I was so happy when he got qualified to the grand final because we have a Filipino representing Austria in Eurovision. Yeah, in Eurovision. But we did actually have a Filipino back in 2021 that represented Austria as well. So I don't know where they're getting these Filipinos from. And that Filipino from Austria in 2021, he actually performed for ABS-CBN. His name is Vincent Bueno. You may have heard him or not, but I think he's not that quite famous around here. Just like Billy Crawford, he's actually more famous in Europe than in here. And I saw a video of him speaking French, and I just went like, oh mon dieu, Billy Crawford, pas français? Oh, c'est choqué. Okay, it was so mind-boggling. Up next is United Kingdom with their song "What the Hell Just Happened" by Remember Monday. I still don't know what the song is about. Some said it's about a hangover? Hangover? I don't know. But either way, I love that they send this trio. Even though I don't know the song, I love the song because this is the best vocals I've heard from the UK ever since 2022. Vocals for 2023? Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. Last year's vocals? Don't get me started too. Up next is Greece with Asteromata by Clavia. So the song is about separation from, I think, your loved ones, because this was depicted during like the Turkish invasion of Greece, or the Ottoman invasion. I don't know what the song is actually about, but it's, from what I know, it was depicted during wartime. Up next is Lithuania with Tavoakis by, I forgot their name. I'm just gonna go to the by Catharsis. Tavoakis by Catharsis, which means your eyes. So this song is singing about their ex or something. But either way, I'm glad they got qualified. Oh yeah, Greece got qualified, so did Austria and Lithuania. Yeah. Up next is Malta with Serving by Mariana Conte. So the song was very questionable in nature, but I loved it. It was great, and the vocals, she really did serve the vocals. She served the vocals. It's the worst joke ever, but she did serve the vocals. She did the high note. Everything was just perfect. Perfecto. And yes, they qualified. I was actually rooting for them, and this is the first time in history, well, not really first time in history, but this is like the first time in 3 years that they got qualified in the finals again. Because even though last year they sent a bop of a song, they did not get qualified, and I was mind-boggled. Like, how? Why? So I'm glad they got qualified this year, and I'm just glad seeing them celebrating and happy. And I was so happy as well, because again, I've been rooting for them. Up next is Georgia with Freedom by, what is her name? Mariam Shengelia. So this song, I actually don't know what the song is about, but some said that the artist is connected to Georgia's government, and this is basically propaganda because there's a lot of stuff happening in Georgia right now, pro-Russian stuff, and I think this song is depicting about how Georgia is so free despite of the current political situations. They said Eurovision is non-political. Look what's happening. Up next is France with Maman, which is part of the Big Five. So Maman, I love this song because this song is about the artist's dead mother. Oh yeah, it's sang by Luan, which is actually a big artist in France. So Maman is sung by Luan, and the song is about her dead mother, and how that she's the one who's being called mom now because she has a child. And I like the performance, and the staging was sand. There was sand everywhere, so it's basically like time running out or something. Up next is Denmark with Hallucination, and I have to tell you, I have to tell you something. Okay, I don't know if I don't know if anyone from Denmark is watching this, but I have to tell you, you sent such an amazing singer. Okay, I loved Denmark's performance. I expected them to qualify, and they did. I really like Denmark in Eurovision. It's like they're underrated, sometimes not really. But this year, they really served. They really served. This year, they really served, and they knew what to serve. And again, Denmark sent Hallucinations by Cecil. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Cecil. Some say sea salt, just for the sake of it, or to make it easier. But it is great. I like the vocals, especially in like the bridge part. I like the vocals. Up next is Czechia with Kiss Kiss Goodbye by Adonsis. I don't know how to pronounce his name. His name is spelled as Adionx is. So I guess I'll just say Adonis. So I like the song. Right? I like the song. The only problem is that he voice cracked. Montenegro also voice cracked at least 2 times, and it was, oh my gosh. I just went like that when they both voice cracked. But either way, they both served with the vocals. And there was this one part where he got late. His backing vocals already started, but he hasn't yet. So I guess that's called a delay. That's what's called a delay. I don't know what you call it. So yeah. But either way, I love the song, I love the staging. Next is Luxembourg with the song La Poupée Monte le Son by Laura Thorne. And this is a tribute to Poupée de Cire, Poupée de Son, which is the winning song of Luxembourg back in 1967. And I have to tell you, the song was great. Yeah, so like, no, that's not all I can say. So I want to add more to this. So like, the original song is about like how she's a doll and she's being controlled. You know, she's being controlled by everyone. But in La Poupée Monte le Son, it's like she's a doll being controlled, but eventually she becomes she takes control of herself, something like that. So from Poupée de Cire, Poupée de Son to La Poupée Monte le Son. And one more thing, the artist is beautiful, right? That's all I can say about Laura Thorne. And the dress change was, yeah. Up next is Israel with A New Day Will Rise by Yuva Raphael. Oh, that's right. So, I actually don't know what the song is about. I don't know what to say about. I mean, am I really being biased here? I think I am. But I think the performance was great, though I don't think it was necessary that she sang in French. But either way, I don't know what to say about the song, but yeah. Up next is Germany with Baller, or Baller. I don't know how you say it. It's German, but it's Baller in English by Abor and Tina. So they're siblings. So I don't know what to say actually, but the song was great,
and they said it's supposed to be like a rave song, this really like extreme part. It's not those like where there's drugs or anything. It's just rave song, like dancing song where you jump or something. I like it, but the live vocals weren't serving. Okay, I'm so sorry. I keep saying that joke. The live vocals weren't serving. I have to stop. Up next is Serbia with Mila by Brink or Prince. So I don't know what the song is about. I never really listened to the song, but I love his vocals. Actually, he nailed the vocals. So I don't know how he didn't get qualified, but I don't like the song. But there was one part in the staging that made me laugh. It's when he got dragged across the floor. He got dragged across the floor. Yes, that's part of the staging. And there was this one part of the staging as well where his backup dancers were like forming this thing, and he was holding the microphone, and it was so close to Prince. And I saw the backup dancer was just smiling. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I think that's unintentional. Up next is Finland with Ich komme. So the title is in German. They actually sang the chorus in German. Ich komme, ich komme, ja ennen tule se huutaa mulle. So this is sang by Erika Wigman, and her name is German. Oh my gosh. So the whole song was in Finnish. Actually, I love the staging. All right, I love the staging, and the end part was just chef's kiss. Though I did notice that she was so scared of that big microphone. Yes, towards the end of the performance, she stood on a big microphone and it got lifted, and the big microphone was actually shooting out pyrotechnics from the other end. So from another view of the video I saw, the microphone shot out a big bang of pyrotechnics before it shot out a continuous fountain of pyrotechnics. And I could actually see through the live feed, like while I was watching, she was visibly scared, but she just went through it, and wow, she just carried on. And I think that's really cool, and I think that's really great, and wow, props to Erika for just carrying on with the show, even though she's actually kind of visibly scared. No, she's actually not that visibly scared. Though I did notice that she was looking down, looking at the big microphone, but either way, she kept the show going, and that's what's important. I love that. So, now on to the interval acts. The interval acts were the 2020 Eurovision acts that didn't get performed because of coronavirus. So, if you don't know, well, obviously you know about this. We had a pandemic in 2020, right? And the Netherlands won the previous year, 2019. So they were supposed to host. So they were supposed to host the 2020 edition, but unfortunately, it got cancelled because of the virus. So they had a show that would fill in the gap of Eurovision 2020. It's called Eurovision Shine a Light, which is a reference to one of the UK's entries back in the 90s called Love Shine a Light. And the songs in 2020 sent by 4 countries. Again, they did not get performed because of the virus. But this year, they performed it for the interval act. So the 4 countries are Switzerland, Azerbaijan, Malta, Lithuania. So Switzerland has Jean's Tears, Azerbaijan has FND, Malta has Destiny, and then Lithuania has The Roop. So they all sang their 2020 songs, and even though it's not the full length one, it was worth it. So yeah, and in the very last part, in the end of the whole show, the host, I forgot her Sandra Studer, who actually participated uh, in Eurovision 1991 with an Italian song in Rome. Okay, so that's so Sandra Studer. She was one of the hosts, and she sang her 1991 entry song for Switzerland in Eurovision 1991, which is an Italian song called Canzone per te, a song for you. So, if you don't know already, Switzerland has 4 national languages. Well, actually, 4 official languages, 1 national language. They have German, which is their mostly spoken, French, which is in the western part of Switzerland, or Romandie, Italian, which is in the southern part of Switzerland, oh my gosh, which is in the region called Ticino, and they have Romansh, which is in the eastern part of Switzerland. Apparently, Romansh is not that spoken, but they made Romansh their national language, and it's because of a few reasons. So, back in World War II, Hitler wanted all Germans within Germany. Mussolini wanted all Italians in Italy. And considering Switzerland has Italian-speaking people and German-speaking people, they made Romansh national language. So, like, they have their unique identity, and I think it worked. And I think that it is such a great choice that Romansh is the national language of Switzerland, because it is an endangered language, and no one, well, not really no one, but a few people speak it, and it has its distinct identity of its own. It may be related to Italian in some way, but Romansh is like Italian with a German accent. It has its own identity. So, speaking of languages, I believe that endangered languages should be taught, just like Romansh in Switzerland, because not just that they're losing their identity. It's like you're losing a whole culture, you're losing a whole generation, you're losing a part of your identity. It is one of your identity, not just a single identity. So, speaking hypothetically speaking, Romansh is one of Switzerland's identity, and if Romansh ever dies, Switzerland won't have this unique identity anymore. So, which is why we should teach endangered languages and endangered cultures to everyone. Again, I don't even know what to say, but yeah. So, that's the video for now, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And again, this is in Sunday, 2:50 a.m. I will wake up once again to watch the grand final, which will last for 4 hours long, because there's 26 countries. And I will really miss this week, because this is the time. This is the first time I've witnessed all of it live, and I just didn't watch the recorded version. I watched all of it live. I witnessed it live, so it will be really memorable for me. And if I ever go to the real thing, it will be more memorable. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Sunday with my thoughts and opinions about the grand final. Goodbye.